Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Noelle and I do unboxings here. Usually it's a lot of lifestyle subscription boxes, but for the past week it's been a lot of stationery and Disney. Today is also not a lifestyle subscription box. It is actually my Once Upon a Book Club box and I'm so excited to share it with you. Now originally I had planned to take this book with me and all of the gifts to open while I was on vacation, while I was away for a week, but I loved the book so much when I first got into it that I wound up reading it in 2 days. So because I have been trying to pre-tape some videos, so I have some things going up for you while I am away, I wanted to go ahead and share this book and all of the gifts that went with it with you because like I said, it was my favorite. It actually had me in tears this morning, and that is saying a lot for me to actually have that much of an emotional response to a beautifully written book that did have some typos. We'll talk about that a little bit later. If you're new to my channel, I do hope that you'll consider subscribing, and if you haven't already checked out my giveaway, I do still have one going on to celebrate doing new things in the new year. I will put that link above and below, and it goes all the way through February 4th, so definitely please check that out. Now, Once Upon a Book Club, it comes in this super cute pink box. I think that the young adult version comes in a more green colored box. It is $34.99 per month plus shipping, and what they do is a little bit different from a lot of other book subscriptions. They actually bring the books to life by including gifts that appear on the pages of whatever book that is. Now, some of the books that I have read have been great, and some of the gifts have been great, but this was the first time that I absolutely loved the book and loved every single gift, to the point where I don't feel the need to sort of pass these items on to someone else. I really want to hold on to them. I think that I will find use for them in my daily life. And again, like I said, the story was just lovely. So let me just show you what it was. Now, when you open up the box, it's got all of this kind of script on the inside. They do run it like a book club, so there are opportunities to talk to the author. There are opportunities to talk to other readers and see what they're thinking about it. But this was the book. It is a paperback by Melanie Hudson. It's called The Last Letter from Juliet. So nice little cover, and it's kind of a historical fiction novel based on a real woman. That's what one of the notes in the back says. And it's actually about a daring World War II female pilot, but it is also a very romantic and beautiful love story. So it definitely speaks to that kind of romantic feeling that we want for Valentine's Day, but it also is definitely pro girl power and the amazing things that some amazing women did for the war efforts back in the 40s and late 30s. So definitely check this out if you haven't already. Now, if you are a member of Once Upon a Book Club, thank you for being here. Don't check this out until, of course, you have opened up all of the gifts. All right, you guys, let's get into it. So what's really cool is, in addition to having the little pages noted with little sticky notes where you are supposed to open up your gift, all of the gifts are actually wrapped, and the wrapping is beautiful as well. And I am a sucker for good packaging. So let me just read you the little excerpts for each of those moments. They aren't really spoilers for the plot of the novel, so I won't ruin it for you. The first one, and so far every time I have done Once Upon a Book Club, now I have gotten 3 books. I also did their Advent box, but 3 books. Every time there's usually one gift that shows up in the first few pages, so it's really nice. It kind of gets you to dive right in and get to that first gift. So the first one this time was on page 24. And it says there's a photo that the main character is looking at in someone's home. And the little note that is on the photo says, "Summer 1938, Edward took this. Our first full day together, 2 days in one, fantastic and tragic all at once. Why can we never have the one without the other? Why can't we have light without shade?" So the first gift came in this beautiful packaging. So it's kind of got that like airmail design on the side, and they actually wrote it like an address. You can see that it says page 24 there, and it's got the Eiffel Tower, and it actually looks like an envelope on the back. I think you can kind of see the seam faintly. Now, when I saw this, I thought it was like a note card set because it just looks like a stationery box. So I thought that might be nice. It is written in the form of letters, much of the novel, so I thought that would make sense. But inside, super cool, you guys. There's this beautiful picture of these amazing women who flew aircraft in the war effort. And then the actual item is this super beautiful picture frame. And it is a really nice reusable frame. Now let me show you the inside as well of the box, where you can see these planes that they used in the war. So again, really nice like keepsake box that is well made, and I might use it for something else. But here is the frame, and I actually really love this. They actually put the note that I just read to you from the book inside. And of course you can take this photograph out and use it yourself, but I loved having this image, this black and white photo, and this is just a nice wood frame that I can definitely see myself using. Now, one of the things that they do always include in their boxes, and let me dig it out for you, is a quote as a little like postcard from the novel. So in this case, it was this one, and you could always be putting whichever ones you like inside of that frame. So I love that when you are going to include little postcards or art prints. I love when a subscription, no matter whether it's lifestyle or this particular book club, do include a way for you to actually show those pieces off. So I love the frame. I thought it was beautiful. For once, I actually saw something that I could definitely use in my real life. I will say that my little note card is kind of bent up, but that's okay. I have been collecting these on the side, but they are not necessarily something that I will personally frame. But I loved seeing this. I loved seeing this like visual image of the character that I was supposed to be imagining in my mind. So great gift. Definitely got me to page 24 right away. And then it was quite a ways until we got to the next gift, which was on 138. So let me find that sheet for you. It says, Janie grabbed her clutch bag, snapped open the fasteners, took out a newspaper clipping, and rested it on the table in front of me. So you don't even have to know who Janie is, but you can probably guess. Now, some of the wrapping is just like these mailer bags, but it does have the page number written on it. And then inside, and there was another like baggie that everything was in, was this beautiful faux suede clutch. Now, I'm not usually a pink girl, but I actually thought this was really well made, and you can see that it's suede kind of on the top, like inside out, and then more of that leather texture on the outside. I am a little bit bummed because, as you can see, the closure for mine is like really marred, really bent up. You can kind of see it looks like another one of these clutches was laying on top of it, and it kind of left a little mark, but that doesn't bother me so much. There is a little bit of excess glue sort of here, and now that's what I thought that was on the metal, was just excess glue. So I did try to use some Goo Gone. I tried to use some metal polish to no avail. It did make it a little bit better, but I actually think some of these are scratches. Now, I did reach out to Once Upon a Book Club. I know that they might not have replacements, but I thought I would ask because this is actually something, even though it's pink, kind of a rose color, and not necessarily one that I would pick out for myself, I think it's cute. I think it's classy. I think it's simple. And then inside, you guys, just again, to bring that novel to life, is the flyer that she pulls out of the little portfolio, the little clutch right inside. So they actually print that. And then I wanted to show you though, the lining of this is actually really nice. So sometimes I have complained a little bit about the quality of the gifts that are included, and I thought this one was pretty nice. It has a zipper on the inside and then another pocket right here. So pretty useful clutch. That's why I am hoping that I can maybe get a replacement. And if for some reason they just don't have any available, and I understand that it's limited quantities because they've only done it for the number of boxes and books and all the other gifts that they have, then I might try doing something like putting like some clear nail polish on top of it. I'm just not sure that that's going to work on the parts that are actually like scratches and scuffs. So 2 gifts already that I absolutely loved. Now, I have also complained sometimes that often when you get like 3, I think you can probably get between 3 and 4 gifts. Sometimes one of those gifts is a paper item, and sometimes I think that's a little bit of a cheat. There is a paper item in here, but the actual physical gifts, there were actually 4 of those this time, and then also a paper item. So maybe I like this box just because there was more stuff to open, but again, I really loved the items, and I thought they were well chosen for the book itself. Now, the next item, let me see. Again, then it was quite a ways from page 138. We had to wait all the way until page 304. And then 304, it says, "That's my jacket," I said. But she was already strapped in. She began to unstrap. "No, don't worry, I'll fly in yours, but I need my compass. It's in the right pocket. Sorry, I know it's ridiculous, but I never fly without it." She reached through her parachute straps and delved into the pocket. Now, this particular gift is one that I was kind of expecting the whole way through the book, and if you read the book, you'll know why. So we finally got it. It comes in this cute little box with the page number written on it, and at long last, we got the main character, one of the main characters' compass. It's Juliet's compass, so pretty cool. I don't want you to get too much reflection there. You open it up, and it is actually, as far as I can tell, a working compass. The dial actually moves. Let me see if I can get it to focus there for you. It's a little bit kind of far away, but it does actually seem to spin and work. And then on the back, and this is an amazing detail, and I think I can get it to sort of focus for you. This is also something that plays an important role in the novel, which is a poem by Christina Rossetti called Remember. And especially the last couple of lines are definitely very poignant to many of the characters. Let me see if I can read them to you. It says, "Better by far you should forget and smile than that you should remember and be sad." So it's just kind of a remembrance thing, and I don't know about you, but I've actually experienced kind of a lot of loss in the first few weeks of January. So reading this novel, maybe that was partially why I was so affected by it and so sentimental, but I loved having these kind of little mementos, really talking about the importance of living your life fully, but also really honoring the memory of the amazing people that we meet in our lives. Now, the next physical gift is going to be just a few pages later on page 391. And this was really cool. Sam lifted Juliet into the seat and tucked her up with blankets, and before I could run after them and beg Juliet to change her mind, the sparkling yellow tiger moth, that's a plane, was speeding along the runway. And as I lifted my hand to cover the glare of the midday sun, I saw Juliet waving at me wildly from the front seat, her bright yellow scarf trailing behind her. And so, of course, you know that what we're probably going to get in this case is that beautiful yellow scarf. So it came in this little package, and indeed it was this beautiful, not like super bright, and this is why I really liked it. It's this nice like mustardy color, and then I thought this was a really sweet detail. They actually on the label put tiger moth, which again is the kind of plane she flew, and her plane was actually bright yellow as well. And it's actually pretty nice quality as far as I can tell. It feels like acrylic. It's just a solid mustard yellow scarf, but I actually thought it was beautiful. And again, something that I will actually use in my daily life, and it's not so customized, not so book specific that it like says the title of the book on it, or it says the name of the character on it. So again, I do love this color. I think it's a great accent for navy blue colors, actually. So I'm very happy to have this piece. I loved the book. And then finally, the last one again came just a few pages later, and it was the paper gift, which I don't know why I did air quotes. It's like literally a paper gift, but it is the actual letter from Juliet that is written to another character in the book. And they did it actually on the letterhead of the elderly care home where she would be living. So it is looks like it's in script, but of course it is printed. But I did this time, because I've gotten used to them doing this in their books, I did, when I got to this section, when I got to the little sticky note, instead of just reading the letter that is already written out for you in the book, I went ahead and went through the experience of reading it as a letter and then just sort of skipped ahead in the book. And it did kind of make it a little bit more special. And at this point in the novel, I was also kind of in tears and sort of sniffling, and I just wanted to have a happy ending. And it does have a very, very sweet ending, so don't be put off by the fact that I was kind of having a little sentimental, teary moment at the end. It is a beautiful book. I loved all of the gifts. By far my favorite book from Once Upon a Book Club so far. By far the best selection of gifts. Every single one of them I thought were lovely. Probably the least like useful one for me is actually this compass, just because you can have a compass on your phone. But again, I thought the attention to detail, having that engraved poem on the back, was really lovely. But I think that the picture frame, the scarf, and this clutch, even with this like damaged clasp, those are fantastic items. I am so feeling like I got my money's worth, absolutely. Which does come out to a little bit over $40 when you include the tax and shipping and everything. I'm looking forward to subscribing to them again. The books coming up for the month of February didn't really sound like things that I would enjoy, so I am going to skip February, but I will definitely be looking forward to reading the hints for the next round and looking forward to getting more books from Once Upon a Book Club, because it is such a special experience to read it in this kind of bringing the book to life way. I hope you all have a fantastic time. And if you haven't already, definitely check out my Instagram as well. It's Maui_Noel. If you want to follow along with any of my travels, you can always check out my personal Instagram as well, which is just Noel N. And I'll put the links for both of those below in the description. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you soon.